This module is on privacy online, your digital footprint, and cyberbullying. It is important to know the difference between private and shareable information online. Think about some of the ways you communicate online. Are you practicing safe habits? When sharing information online, one must understand the good and the bad consequences. It is okay to share information with people you know on the internet, but you want to make sure the information you are sharing is appropriate and not private. Once you share information online, it is very hard to erase. Some private information that you should never share online includes full name, phone number, school name, personal address, email address, current location, and clues to future locations. Let's look at some scenarios of appropriate and non-appropriate information sharing. As I read them, determine if this is appropriate info sharing or not. Scenario 1. Mel is at her friend's house for a birthday party sleepover. She takes a picture of all the people at the party and tagged each person and shared her location. Is this appropriate sharing? Think about it. The reason why Mel is displaying inappropriate sharing is because she is sharing her friend's photo without permission, and she also shared their location, which can be very dangerous. Let's look at the second scenario. Jacob has set up an Instagram account. He gives his friend his Instagram username so that they could search him and follow him. Is this appropriate information sharing? I would think this is appropriate internet information sharing. Jacob is not sharing his full name. Social media usernames should be unique and not include the full name. So let's look at internet cookies. And I'm not talking about the cookies you eat. When a user goes to a website, data gets sent and stored in a user's web browser. Sometimes cookies track users' behavior. With that being said, you should always try to visit good websites. Green websites are good sites for kids your age to visit. They include fun and safe things for you to do and see. They include appropriate words, and they don't have free communication, such as public chat rooms. The next would be yellow websites. Yellow websites are websites you are unsure about. They include websites that ask for personal private information and have public communication. Be cautious. And finally, red websites. These are the ones that you should stay clear away from. They include asking for personal private information, inappropriate language and pictures. They may have adult content, and it is a place where you can communicate freely. So, we want to make sure the sites we visit leave a good, positive digital footprint. Well, what is a digital footprint? A digital footprint is a trail you create when utilizing the internet. It is often referred to as the history you leave behind. This includes interactions on social media, web pages visited, and email messages. It can oftentimes be permanent. The information that you can be tracked could be the websites you visit, what you say, who you interact with, what you search for, what you like or share on social media, what you say on email, text, and social media, and locations. But you can control your self-image online. You can use non-identifiable usernames or on accounts. Use strong passwords and please don't share them. Read the fine print of all privacy policies. Do not share private information. Check privacy settings on online accounts. Respect others' privacy and be nice to people online. Also, be careful of tagged photos or locations of yourself. Create your digital footprint will be activity 1. More information can be found on the course materials in Unit 3. Our next subject is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is sending, posting, or sharing negative messages or pictures of someone through a digital tool. You can be a bystander or you can be an upstander when it comes to cyberbullying. Well, what exactly do those terms mean? Let's take a look. A bystander is a person who sees what is happening between the bully and the victim, but chooses not to get involved. They avoid the conflicts altogether. An upstander is quite the opposite of a bystander. This is someone who takes a stand against cyberbullying and does the right thing in the situation. Some examples include encourage victims to get help, positive comments to show support to the victim, alerting authority, or reporting the pages. Here are some scenarios for cyberbullying. I want you to read these scenarios, and they will be the scenarios used for our discussion question in this unit. All right, now that you have read the scenarios of cyberbullying, you can answer the discussion question.